virgin, they make fun of you. If you're a virgin. And let me tell you this, we've been seeing that for the last 25 years. That's the way they started it. If you're a virgin, you become abnormal. And then if you slept with 2, 3, 4, 5 to the whole football team, this is when you become a star in high school.
Popular.
I know guys I was in high school, I'm in senior high. Let me tell you this, the girl that slept with the most guys, she's the one that's special. She's the one that's basically everybody want to be like, because she's fucking a lot. So at the end of the day, and they start sleeping at the age of 14. They start having sex because the day they go into, keep in mind, the moment they go to 9th grade, they think they're grown. They think they're grown. Me, when I came here in 1990, when I came here in 1990, I never used to see kids. When I was living in Haiti, I never see 2 kids kissing in school. That would never happen. Now, when I came to high school here, whoa, the first in school, I see like half of the school is kissing in the hallway. I was like, what the frick? Is it a porn? Is it a porn school? I was shocked because I came from a third world country. I came from.
Why am I not kissing too?
I mean, like,
then what do? You find yourself someone to kiss.
And keep in mind, those are young kids who don't even know how to brush their teeth. Their breath stink and they're kissing each other.
Well, I mean, at that age, you don't really think about all that. But
I have a question.
I'm still waiting for the red flag.
I have a question for you. That's what I'm saying.
He gave you.
That was the.
I give you the red flag. The first red flag is the first red flag is.
Well, the first red flag is that I think what he's trying to say is that the first red flag is someone that is born here in this country that's been indoctrinated by the American culture. That's I think that's what. And you can correct me if I'm wrong.
So that's his red flag.
That's it right there.
Okay, so therefore, and you would not marry anybody in this country.
Guess what happened? Now, guess what happened?
Said that.
Now, if you really look,
that's right.
But if you really look at it, so, and this now, let me tell you this. Now, people, we say it, we talk about it all the time. Now, if you really, if we talk about it all the time, now guess what happened? Now we see people don't want to get married anymore. People are not getting married anymore. Only the fools are getting married.
Now they don't want to stay married.
People are not getting married anymore. Only
they don't want to stay married.
Why am I?
Why am I hearing myself?
I'm getting a delay.
Producer.
Echo.
They don't want to stay married.
Why am I?
Why am I hearing myself? Okay. All right. I guess it's fixed.
Yeah. People don't want to. They don't want to stay married.
I got a couple of red flags.
All right. So what are your red flags, Greg?
I mean, if I take you on a first date and you eat the whole meal, I'm like, if on the first date you eat that whole meal, what the hell are you gonna do on the second date? So that's one. And I don't want anybody who's not working. I don't care what Anderson said. Bitch, you're gonna get your ass to work. So I don't know how we're gonna do it. If I can sit home for you to go to work, that's a big possibility.
She can work at home.
So I don't care, but
that's
you're doing something.
That's the new thing now.
Because I ain't paying no goddamn bill alone. So, and oh yeah, those are red flags. You don't want to work? No,
I think
that's a big deal.
One was mad.
So, what? It's true. And, I don't put any drug addicts, bad credit, stuff like
bad
that.
Breath.
Yeah, the main thing, it doesn't matter because, no one is new, no one is special. I'm not new, I'm not special, so I don't think I can require you to be special. As long as, we understand each other, things going, hey man, it is what it is. For me, red flag, no drugs, respect, don't scream at your mom and people like that. Be respectful, no drugs, work, no bad credit, and we might come to an understanding. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Right.
Lulu, what are some of the red flags? Because we keep talking about the ladies, but how about on the guy side?
My thing is this. What we're discussing really is we see them at times and we ignore them, right? Mm-hmm. Because a lot of times you believe that when you say I do, that is when you are going to transform into the wife or transform into this husband. But actually it starts prior to that. And there are signs that we see. And yet, because of looks or because of money, we choose to ignore them. Now you're in this marriage dealing with the things that you did see.
Now, Lulu, let me see if we can determine a red flag. Like this guy's getting married. I don't know if the producer have the video. Can he put the video for us? That lady that was getting married and her friend was making a statement. Do you have it, producer?
Send it to the producer.
Yeah. Can you put it, please? All right. So I'm gonna find out what would you do. And this video. Is it enough?
Already married at that point.
You getting married?
I think this is a red flag. I want somebody to make me happy.
Grand on that wedding.
That's a red flag.
What are you gonna do?
Okay, now let's look at it. The producer gonna put it up. Let's look at it and see. Look.
We're obviously all really excited to be here to celebrate Kaylin. We've seen her go through a lot of dudes, and every time No, that's not what I meant. I'm a little bit.
I'm drinking a little.
Do not stop me. Drinks, that's not what I meant. I'm sick. She's seen me through some guys too. I'm just there isn't even. It wasn't even that many. It wasn't that many.
Okay. You know what? That's a red flag. That friend is a red flag.
Her dad, that's why.
But the thing is that you can see.
We're obviously all really excited to be here.
All right, thank you, producer. Thank you. You can see the casualness. That tells you everything about everything, and what Anderson was saying about earlier with the culture.
Yes.
For her to be able to stand there and casually say that, right, and not thinking that she's basically, painting her friend in a bad light, that tells you everything about who they are, right?
Yeah.
And it should be acceptable, right? Yeah. And now young men, to be honest with you, have been conditioned to kind of accept that, right? So now the guy that she's married with, she's like, it's no big deal. She's been with a lot of guys, that's just the way. That's her past, and we move on. But listen, it shows, it tells you something.
The country is demoralized. That I was telling you. And now look at it this way: everybody's laughing. Every single one of them is laughing. Now, here's the hypocrisy behind it. This is where we're gonna get divorced. That's why the divorce rate is so high. If you're not special, don't look for somebody special. If you've been through a lot of guys, do not go and get divorced because the guy have another woman on the side. Because you've been through all the men that you could get. That's a hypocrisy we're talking about. So practically now, this type of woman, here's the part that I don't like. You've been through a lot of dudes. Like a train wreck, okay? Now, basically, same level of a prostitute, right? Now, here's the worst part. This woman, as she get married, she's gonna think she was married as a virgin. And she's going to require virgin treatment. She's going to impose.
Require wife treatment.
She's going to impose so many things on. Now, this is a funny thing. Now, remember, she's been through a whole bunch of trash. Now, she finally found a man that married her by mistake because he's stupid. One thing about it is, if you're stupid, you better be tough. If you're stupid, you better be tough. Because that man that make the stupid decision to marry her, believe me, tough times are coming.
Hey, cut that one off.
Tough times are coming. If you're stupid, you better be tough. Because let me tell you this, every time you make a stupid mistake, the results of it, the consequences,
you have to be able to deal with it.
You got to be able to deal with it, so you better be tough. If you're not tough, you better not be stupid. And every single dude that married recklessly, that's a stupid decision, and then you better be tough. And let me tell you something. I made that mistake myself. I was young and stupid. I got married when I was 26. Divorced. Divorced. Guess what? If I'm still here, it's because I was tough. Because let me tell you this, man. Dealing with divorce with 2 kids is not easy, guys. And I do not wish it on no one. And that's the reason why I will never do that crap again. I cannot see myself went through the same crap I went through back in the days. And keep in mind, I was young. I was young. I had to go back and live with my mother for 11 years
So this is his red
to
flag.
find
This
myself.
is-
So
this-
at the end of the
He'll
day,
never get
Anybody
married.
who live with their mom.
No,
But
he'll
that's
never
what
get
you
married.
like.
I'm telling you,
And
that's
that's
his red
another
flag.
question
He'll never
for you.
get married. So if you're looking for a wedding, hey, cut it
because
off.
there
I'm
to
not
me, there's
I have a-
nobody special
I have a
that's
question
worth
for you.
marriage in this culture. Keep in mind, I'm not saying I will. Again, you know what? Let me make it clear. In this country, in the United States
I
of
agree, I
America,
agree.
I don't think
Now I
there's
know what happened.
anybody that's
Listen,
valuable enough to
Now
get
I
married.
see what happened.
No. Listen.
live
That
with your
doesn't
mom
mean
for
that
so
you
long.
cannot do it. You can do it. Hey,
Mano,
She was
Mano,
making
Mano,
your
this
laundry.
country do not
I'm sure
promote
you
marriage.
still go and
Listen.
eat at your mom sometimes.
Listen.
She was making your laundry, giving you food. So this is the problem.
my mother don't make
Now
my
I
laundry.
see.
Yeah.
Well, when you were
Mano,
living there for
Mano,
11
No,
years,
No,
you
she
know,
did not.
Mano,
There-
listen.
guys,
She did
there's
not.
certain things. There's certain things.
This
in
country do
life.
not promote marriages. Okay, they
Yeah,
don't promote
no,
that.
but there's certain things in life. It's hard to give someone advice, right? You take a young man today that is 26, 28, 30, 32 years old, and he's about to get married, and you're trying to sit him down and kind of make him see, hey, listen, you're about to enter this thing. Those are the questions you should be asking. Those are the things you should be looking at. Are you sure you want to get into this commitment for life? Those are the divorce rate out there, right? Those are the success rate out there. This, that, right? They don't want to hear it. I mean, love, it's a disease. It's a young.
even
it's a
people
young
want to buy a
people's-
car.
Love
It's the
is
same
blind.
thing.
It's a young
Exactly.
people's
Yeah,
disease.
man knows
But
right.
at the same time,
You can't dissuade
No.
people to buy cars.
Yeah.
Listen, Greg. I know what I'm talking about. You take a 20-year-old young woman, a 25-year-old young woman, right? The way she feels about things by the time she's 45 is completely different,
But
right?
that's
The
normal.
way-
You can
the
feel
way-
the same way. We don't feel the same way.
No, but what I'm saying is that if she's entering a relationship at 25 or entering a relationship at 45, it's a whole complete different person. In that 45-year-old
Obviously, that's a-
relationship, she's entering it more with her mindset, right? She's basically like, okay, let me sit down, let me see what. But she's 25, she's young, she's just emotional, she wants to get married.
Because
she's
she
this
can
and
afford
that.
to make mistakes.
Well, hey, listen, you're 100% right. But for a young man out there, that mistake,
Guys,
is
guys,
heavy.
let me say this.
It's
Let me
a
say this,
big,
Greg.
heavy mistake.
Greg,
That
Greg,
mistake is
Greg, let me say this. I just told you about what I witnessed in high school, right? So at the age of 14, this girl started getting dudes. Now, think about how many dudes she's going to run through by the time she's 25, ready to get married. You think that person will ever have a stable mind to be a wife? That means you have to deal with, if she went through like 150 guys, so you're going to be dealing with 150 personalities in the front of you.
Anderson, this is.
I just
this
asked you a
is-
question. Do you think it's feasible for somebody that's been sleeping with dude at the age of 14 all the way to 26 that went through at least 150 dudes or 50 dudes, 25 dudes? You think that woman will ever have a mental stability to be in a marriage? The same way when you go to a job interview and they say how long you been in a job, and they say the longest you've been in a job is 6 months or 90 days. What you think that say about you? They will not hire you because guess what happened? Because they know you're not a responsible person. So that's what you're trying to tell me. It can apply like that on the job, and you're gonna make a serious commitment where your life going to depends on it. Because let me tell you this: once you marry the wrong woman, you're gonna die early. You're not gonna die late. She's gonna, believe me, she's gonna mentally kill you.
Listen, this is
Listen, man.
hey, we have a
Listen,
Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah,
This is
he
a
asked
Stephen
me the
A. Smith
question.
relationship.
Yes, I
That's
asked
the
you a
point.
question. Answer that question. A girl at the
So-
age of 14, since high school, she ran through the whole football team in high school, meaning that's a pattern that's going to continue to college. Now, I guess you know these dudes, how they are. High school and college, that's an upgrade. Now, you telling me by the time she's done,
Amen.
by the time she's done, this woman is mentally capable to be in a marriage.
Answer the question.
Not all of them. Not all of them.
For me, she might
Give me a
not be the
percentage.
right fit.
99%.
But for somebody
No,
else,
don't say
I
that.
see those football players.
Go ahead, man. Go
basketball
ahead,
players
Manu.
taking them,
Huh?
right? They get those football players and those basketball players. For me, that person might not be the right fit. Like now, turn that question around. Someone who's been good for a long time, and then when they like 28, 30, and they decide to go, wow. Now, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's like, who knows? That might not be, that's the thing in marriage, dude. It's not a one thing. Some guys might want their wife to be shy. Some guys might not want that. Some guys might don't want their wife to wear something sexy to go outside. Some
The
guys
question
might
was
like
red
that.
flag.
It's not a one thing. It's not a one system.
You have to know
You're
your
talking for you, but you're not talking for everybody. Do you understand?
I can
know
understand
those
because I have a
girls,
guy
they
right
got
now. His
guys
girlfriend is a
Anderson,
stripper,
they-
but he doesn't work.
Anderson, they got
That's good.
guys who actually know.
Girlfriend is the
They
breadwinner.
got guys who actually know those girls
Did you hear what I
in
just said?
those situations and marry them anyway.
And like I said,
Well, they don't know.
and I'll just give you an example. Right now, I know this dude, his wife, she's a stripper. He doesn't work.
The stripper is nothing
thought that was
wrong.
his
It's just
girlfriend.
somebody with exotic
Oh,
dancing. who's
nothing wrong.
dancing.
Nothing
You know,
wrong. Your
yeah,
wife is a
but-
stripper.
but
Nothing
listen,
wrong.
man.
It takes a certain men. It takes a certain men to accept a certain things.
He's a strong
A
man.
lot might not be available. for
He's a
me.
very
I'm
strong
guy
man,
who-
but he's just not strong enough to work.
Listen, any guy, Greg, go ahead. Yeah.
Marriage, it's not. When I listen to you guys, right? Yes, Stanley, that's like you said. I agree with you. That's your red flag. That's your red flag. That might be a red flag for somebody else. Somebody else might be like, what the hell? She's driving 5 hours. I ain't doing that shit. That might be the way the guy think. That bad guy. You try to paint your perfect life and you try to make it fit. We have different background. Dude,
Well, let
we
me
grow
tell you.
up with,
Okay,
with a mom and a dad. A guy who grow up, maybe his mom was like,
No, don't say that. Don't no.
Listen to me.
That's
not a
that's
man,
not a good. That's not a good.
Listen to me.
That's not a good
What I'm
example.
saying is
There's
that
people that
fine.
raise
Let
in
me-
great family. They're mentally
they're
unstable.
crazy too.
What
Let
are
me
they
give you a
crazy
stat.
too? What are you talking
Greg,
about?
I think the Washington Post or a very credible source had a survey out there, and they were able to survey a whole bunch of different women, and they realized that once a woman have a body, and it was anonymous and all that good stuff, right? Once a woman have a body count of 6 or more, the rate of divorce increase, right, by a certain very
Thank
high
you.
percentage.
Yeah,
So
but
once they have
Stanley,
more
Thank
than
you.
6 no, listen. When they have 6 or more, and then that granted, it's not every woman that have 6 or
They
more
say
that
6 or
can-
more
can
because
divorce.
the
They can
journal
be
don't want to be
successful.
criticized and get sued.
So now, yeah,
But they know
no,
realities too.
But now, let's say if I come into
That's me being
I
generous.
come to a young man. I said to him, do you know your future's wife body count? Oh yeah, I spoke to her. We spoke about it. She said she had 25, 26. And then I'm myself, I'm at this, that. And I give him that stat. And I said, well, you're about to get married with this young woman. What do you think of this stat? Do you still think you want to move forward with that? Well, guess what? He's probably going to move forward with it, right? Most young people are going to.
When you're young, you're stupid. That's all I said.
Well,
And
there's a lot of-
I was
there's a lot
one
of
of them.
older guys.
And I admit it. I made stupid mistake in my life. And I was
So-
young. And guess
So,
what? Even
I'm
sometimes, like,
47,
even
now I'm gonna ask
it's
a
after
woman
the
to
fact you
marry me.
always
I'm
realize
gonna
that
come
how
up.
stupid you were. And usually after you
They
make
be
the
like,
mistake, you understand how stupid
"Well,
you
you're
were.
not wrong."
And I admit it. I was very, very stupid in my first marriage. Especially a
Listen.
guy like me that was raised as a Jehovah's Witness. I could not see myself. I don't understand how
Listen,
I
man.
even drop myself in
Listen.
this type of predicament, because I should have known better based on my spiritual background. I should have seen the
Listen,
devil
man.
from far. But here's a
You're
funny
right.
thing, like I said again, I was stupid, and I admit it.
Listen,
You was in
better
love.
late
That's
than
why.
never.
I was not in
You
love. I was
recognize
stupid.
that.
There's no such thing
Let
being in
me-
love. You cannot in
Listen,
love
man.
with somebody if it's not even ever. Why the hell are you gonna be in love with somebody that's not even a virgin? You were. I was
What do you
stupid.
mean?
Because you're not in love, because you're not the first
All
one.
right.
That
Well,
means you come in, you
Lulu
probably
said-
number 5,
Lulu,
number
What's
6.
the next,
What
what's
do you
the
mean in
next
love?
subject, Lulu? I think a red flag would be a woman. I think a red flag would be a woman with daddy issues, or men with mama issues, with mom issues.
Those are
Again, I'm
some
sure
good.
we know what the red flags are. It's
Yeah.
the fact
That you ignore them. You choose to ignore them.
And then we ignore them because we're stupid.
See,
That's
my
it.
thing. That's my thing. If you know what the red flags are, and you choose to ignore them, when they start showing up, then shut your mouth and take
That's on you.
But let me tell you this. Like for example,
I'm 100% with Greg in the whole. If I take you out to eat, that's something I'm always paying attention to. Yeah. I should be finishing your plate. You shouldn't be eating all your plate.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
But what about the worst thing? Imagine she's taking to go.
Hey, it depends on the restaurant you take.
Imagine she's taking to go food.
Hey, listen, if you take her to Houston,
and ordering for the kids.
No, listen. I have a friend of mine. He might be on this podcast. He went on a date with a girl. The girl ordered a burger, and then she did. I also have the salmon to go.
I know. So, yeah, I'm cheap. I expect to eat some of your food. I ain't ordering 2 things. So, but anyway.
Remember,
Lulu,
like I said again.
Lulu, have you ever been on a date where you went a date out with a guy, you order your main course meal, your main dish, and you also order a second plate to go?
I mean, those are like the basics. You know you're not supposed to eat everything on your plate. You know you're not supposed to order certain things like spaghetti, things that get messy, and you definitely not to those. You know that.
Yeah, well, that's the point.
But listen, come on. You talking about civilized people now? What the hell are you talking about? We're not in. Remember, I told you the country is demoralized. There's no level of morality anymore in the United States of America.
And I don't care how much money you seem to have, I'm not gonna look at what's most expensive on the menu. You know what I mean? Those are just things that you should just.
And another thing, guys, I want you guys to stop making that damn stupid mistake. Let me tell you this. You see, right now, things are tough. Things are tough. And taking a woman to a restaurant right now, it's gonna cost you at least $250 to $300. So, and then here's a funny thing. I guarantee you, if you take a woman out and you see she choose filet mignon and lobster, believe me, you're not gonna get laid because no woman gonna get laid with you with a full belly. It ain't gonna happen. So the moment you see she order red lobster and she order lobster and she order filet mignon, believe me, find an excuse, go to the bathroom and then sneak in the back door, let her just like leave her right there because you're not gonna get laid, you're not gonna get nothing. And you already know if this is not a red flag for you, believe me, my friend, you are extremely stupid, and you better be tough.
Next subject.
Oh my God. Hold on, because you made a comment about
Chili's 2 for $25.
Oh my God, he's killing me.
You won't get laid.
Yes.
No,
believe me. If that woman order, which woman gonna sleep with you after she finish eating a whole bunch of food? First of all, she's gonna start telling you. First of all, here's a funny thing. When they get halfway to the food, I think I'm full already, and they start being uncomfortable. That's a red flag. You ain't gonna get laid. And after she said she's full, she keep on eating. Oh my God, you done. You better, let me tell you this. You better not pay. You better sneak out in the back door.
Yeah, I mean, that was the first date we're talking about. It wasn't about getting
someone because it took me out to eat. That's weird.
No.
We're gonna go ahead and move on.
That's the first
date. The surf and turf is a whole
surf and turf
with surf and turf. It's a heavy meal.
How the hell I take you out for the first time? The first time you order surf and turf. That means you come for a reason. You're on a mission.
You just have to know. Once you see people doing these things, again, those are red flags. So we're gonna go ahead.
I know.
To the last topic, we don't have that much time. 10 minutes to tackle this one. So and this is a very, very important topic: obesity. Right? It's not just about weight; it's also about perception. So society often labels people that based on size, creating stereotypes, stigma that affects their confidence, their career opportunities, even. So let's go ahead and talk about obesity. And we have a video to show pertaining to that, where obese people are actually giving excuses as to why they are, how they are. Producer, can you please play that video?
Oh, it said the video is not working. It's corrupted. But now listen to this. Listen. Again, let me tell you something. You see?
Are you sure? I mean, I was able to pull the video recently. Yeah. Yeah, and this is a very interesting topic.
Correct.
Is he
I
able
mean, if he
to?
can,
They say
we
cannot
talk
work on the
about it.
system. I don't say he
Because we
cannot
all
put it.
saw it.
He
saw
cannot
it,
put
so.
it in the system. So, but we all saw it. But okay, now listen. One thing I realize is in this country, when he's talking about weight, people get offended. It's something. It's like it seems like people worry more about their weight than putting the food in their mouth. Okay, now listen to this. I believe when it's come to weight, it has a lot to do with discipline. Okay, it has a lot to do with discipline. And discipline is not it's not easy. It's not easy for somebody to be disciplined. Like to get up early in the morning to work out, it's not. It takes a lot. Do you understand? You have to really have good determination to do so. So it's the same thing. And somebody that been that way, where like some people, they told you, oh, I see like women said, oh, I'm so fruity. What the fuck that means? I mean, like some people tell you point blank, they love food. They love food. So
They have a palate for great tasting things.
So practically, but you just have to understand, if you love food, you know what's gonna come next. You're gonna get fat. And when you're fat, there's a lot of things that come with it. There's a health issue. Okay, so that means I don't care how they can lie, how much they can lie to themselves, but even somebody that's fat, they're not even really like be happy about themselves. And majority, a lot of fat people, they depressed. Because let me tell you this, when you cannot even get up the way that you should, or tie your shoes, or you go on a plane, you can't even fit in the plane, or you sitting on the freaking plane, you taking like the passenger next to you, you like smushing the person, like, so there's it's not a good
That sounds a
feeling.
little personal for me.
It's not a good feeling. But at the end of the day, some people say, oh, well, it's a gland issue. Now, I can understand, maybe you have a medical issue, blah, blah, blah. But guess what happened? If they drop you in the desert for 30 days, would you still be fat? Where there's no food, you're not going to have food for 30 days. Would you still be fat? I understand you have gland issue, right? But if they drop you in the middle of the desert for 45 days, no food,
This is my favorite.
what's going to happen? Are you going to lose weight? Or are you going to keep getting weight?
Hey,
Listen, if you go on a calorie deficit, you're definitely gonna lose weight. Like you said, some people have some medical issue that they can, some reason they have to deal with it.
There's the thyroid problem. I think was just the upper one.
Yeah.
It makes you gain weight without even trying.
Or some people sometimes are.
If you don't eat at all, thyroid or not,
It doesn't matter. You gain weight.
No, listen.
No, BS.
I'm telling you, Google it.
Listen.
No, that's true on this one.
I'm
You
telling
see, Ronaldo, the soccer player, that happened to him.
Yeah, he has
And the guy's a professional soccer player.
Yeah,
okay, he did. Dude, he did not eat for 45 days.
Listen,
Do you want to know? Do you know? I'm not a doctor, but do you know the moment you don't eat, what the body does?
Start eating its own.
Okay,
but that's not what I'm saying. That listen, there's a hypo and a hyper. Okay, so there's two types of thyroids. I think the hypo is the one that gets you to gain weight. Whatever what you do, you will never lose weight.
But I mean, sometimes people have some other medical issue and they have to take a medicine, and that medicine makes you gain weight.
Still is my favorite.
Right? So there's many reasons why you could be gaining weight. But if you're a normal person, a healthy person, right, and you go on a calorie deficit, you're definitely gonna lose weight, right? You're gonna lose weight, even if you don't exercise and you stop eating.
Let me tell you something.
This is my favorite.
And here's another thing. I see like people that bypass. They big. They are bypass, they lose weight. And the doctor say, you know what? You need to eat a small portion. They eat small portion for only 30 days. Day 31.
The stomach is like the stomach is elastic. So therefore, the more you put in, the wider it gets.
Listen,
yeah, but let's talk about again the people who are able. We're not talking about disabled or have issues, etc. But
yeah,
even myself, I could see myself to a certain extent. Maybe I'm getting a certain weight. I start running, I start going to the gym. Like there's just a certain way that you start seeing yourself get into, and you're just like, nah, let me pump. So seeing someone surpass that times 10, it's like, you know, at what point do you say, let me put in this dedication and this consistency?
But
Well, I mean,
but-
that's where Anderson was saying earlier. You have to have self-discipline. You have to be able to manage yourself. Believe me, it's not easy, and especially in the culture that we in the United States, it is very different in other countries. You open your TV, you have food commercials, you have specials, 3, 4, 5, this and that, McDonald's. You have.
Yeah.
Right. The other day, I remember I was watching football yesterday, and then I saw that Arby's have like a steak.
steak
It looks
nuggets?
like the steak nuggets. Yes, it looked like a steak tips. To me, I'm like,
all these things are fried.
Arby's is saying a steak nuggets, but I'm like, oh, here in New England we have steak tips, and I've been seeing steak tips for a long time. Maybe they don't see it somewhere else because steak tips is a very New England thing, right? But I saw it, and I'm like, man. Because we don't have any Arby's close to me here. Sometimes I stop by when I'm driving down to Connecticut to go see my wife's family. I'm like, maybe next time I'm in Connecticut, I'll stop by and get some steak nuggets. But listen, food is available everywhere here. And they're bombarding you with commercials and advertisement everywhere,
It's
right?
the best with the
And
bread.
then your brain is going to
Exactly.
register that. Now, think about the environment and time we are now, especially in this difficult economical, political, social situation that we are. There's a lot of reason for people to be depressed, and there's a lot of reason for them to pick up food and put in their mouth.
Okay,
to
the
make them
video
feel
work
better
now.
about themselves.
The producer said the video
Right.
work.
I have to.
Yeah.
Listen, this is my favorite
But
one.
because
Let's
people
put the
eat,
video up.
people eat for many
Reason for
different
them to pick
reasons.
up
There's
food.
people that
Now-
eat for subsistence, but there's also people that eat
Let's see the video.
for pleasure and satisfaction, right? And then they keep eating and they keep eating. And once you train yourself to do so, you're gonna keep doing it.
There's a
right?
problem.
Did you see the
It's gonna
video?
be
The
hard.
video, you can see the whole family.
Stanley, there's a problem with eating. It goes back in from the family etiquette. Like you have to have it because if you start eating fast, by the time when you start eating fast, you overeat. But if you take your time and eat, by the time you get to exactly what you get, it already sends a signal to your brain, like you know that you're full, you stop. But the faster you eat, the more you get to eat, and you overeat.
Listen, like Greg say all the time. Hey,
Huh?
you know what? Let's imagine you eat a lot and then you full, and they say, oh, you know what? That Pepto-Bismol. So,
Hey, Greg,
That's right.
Greg, there's
Your
two
favorite
excuses
food's
for it.
fighting
How come there's four guys over there?
Go ahead, Lulu. Go ahead.
All right, like, how is it possible that they're thinking, no, being obese and unhealthy is more attractive than being fit and healthy? How is this possible?
Unfortunately, some people have emotional stuff that happened, traumatic stuff that's happened. So you can't discount and just say, oh,
Boo-hoo,
because
man.
they're fat.
Boo-hoo. Like, no, dude, it's like you're fat, you made that decision, you live in the best
There
country
goes
ever. If you
Myron.
live in a civilized
That's the
first
dude.
world country where you have electricity, internet power, etc., you deserve to be bullied.
I am naturally this way. This is with working out 4 or 5 times
That's
a
not
week.
true.
It's 100.
Because at the end of the day, if you don't lose weight, by definition, you're not in a calorie deficit. If you're not in a calorie deficit, then you're gonna either maintain or gain weight. I look
So,
at it
Boom,
like,
let me cut you off because here's one thing that you just said.
yeah,
You have the tools. So there's people that don't have the tools that you've passed judgment on.
let's talk about said
No,
tools.
hold on, I'm not done.
Why you cut me off?
I'm not
before,
done.
remember?
There are people that even if they work out, losing the weight does not come as simple as just going to the gym, cutting calories, watching everything that you eat. There are some people that have a disposition. I have a disposition. It's
See, the
an
problem is that you're a
amalgamation.
professional, Vic, but when you're fat, it says a lot about you. People aren't going to sit there and be like, let me see if he's a good person. No, they're just going to assume that you're lazy, which you are, by the way, when you're fat, and you don't have discipline, which you are, by the way. So they're just going to assume off of what they see. That's the world that we live
I
in.
love how you
We're just in the first
So,
prompt. We got to be
here's the
careful
thing.
about targeting each other too directly.
How come there's 4 guys over
okay, now, exactly. Now you see how defensive fat people are?
It's not fat people, man. It's anybody
You
that
see,
has
no,
a
no, no, no.
problem. They're gonna find a way
That's my
defend
point.
themselves.
You
It's
see,
a defense
And now
mechanism.
this guy gonna keep
Hold on,
being
Anderson.
fat.
Hold on for one thing. Stanley, these the 2 things these fat people do. When you see them, yo, what happened? You ain't so big. Man, I was bigger. Another one. Oh, I'm big boned. I have never seen a fat skeleton. Have you ever seen one?
Yeah, I think for me, you mentioned calorie deficit in the video, and I have a friend of mine who's pretty heavy set, and she goes, "Oh look, I'm eating a salad today," and the salad has sour cream, chicken, shrimp, bacon, crouton.
What about the dressing?
Oh, you gonna do
What
it? Like
about
that?
the dressing?
Oh, you gonna do it? You gonna do it like that?
Listen again. You see the point is pretty clear. Look at the guy. The guy's defending his fatness. He doesn't understand, and this is he's not like he wants to say, okay, you know what? Maybe you have a point. He's defending it. So this guy, he doesn't have any plan of losing weight at all.
Do you know why?
Because mentally he already created. He has an issue. And doesn't matter what he's gonna do, even if he doesn't even try, he already know he's gonna fail. Even if he
I know a guy. You see him, yo, what happened? Your belly's big. Oh, I just ate.
So
after he digest or go to the bathroom, he'll go down.
But guess what? Some people have that. Some people their belly big after you finish eating.
Some people like that.
After you finish eating, come on, where the food goes inside your belly. So your belly not gonna remain the same after you finish eating. But guess what? After you digest the food, it's just like this guy. This guy's fat, big belly. But he said, man, I'm only fat when I'm standing up. When I'm laying down, I'm not fat.
And this is just making an excuse right now.
We keep focusing on the physical part of it, right? But he did mention that how people perceive you when you're that size. And I think there's a lot of opportunities and there's a lot of doors that closes for you sometime when you're that weight, right? Because to be honest with you, I go around, example, a very fit, beautiful woman, right, in this country has the opportunity to have a better lifestyle by marrying better just because she looks better, right? To be honest with you, I feel I
don't really agree with you because I had a dream the other day. I started liking fat women.
No.
That was 6 months ago.
My observation that better looking people have a better life and better existence, and even in health and wealth,
of course,
in this country, right?
Because discipline.
I don't know about Africa. Certain African country, they like big women, right? But usually when I see a beautiful, fit, white woman, she's living a very good lifestyle, right? That's what I.
But only one good benefit when it's come to fat women, though, they say.
So what about a beautiful black?
They say they're always wet. I don't know.
I'm just giving you right too. Guess what? A very beautiful black fit woman usually get picked up by a wealthy white men. All right, they plug them out. They're like, oh, very nice. Athletes, oh, very nice. A professional, high paying professional, oh, very nice. That's gonna look very nice on candy, right?
You know what, Stanley? This is what I think. I think when the person fit,
it means you get more options. And to be honest with you, I'm a financial advisor myself. When I sit in my office and those wholesalers come knocking on my door, they all look a certain way. They all fit a certain kind of way. When you're a doctor and that pharmaceutical sales rep come knocking on your door, she or he look a certain way, right? They've been hired so they can have that appeal.
Exactly.
That when they come in front of you, right, you're more likely to receive them, right? And not only that, they're representing the company. So being healthy, being fit, being all of that, right, gives you an image that say, oh, okay, maybe this is a product.
Yeah, you go to a strip club, and did you ever see a fat woman dancing in a strip club in Nepal? No. You gotta be certain way.
So now the thing is that if you are heavy, especially in this country, the heavier you are, maybe the smarter you might need to be, right? Because you might have to offer something that other people don't offer. So maybe you might not be in sales because you don't require very extraordinary skills to do sales, but you might be in product development because you're very knowledgeable about something, right?
It's
Go ahead.
I mean, I understand everything you guys said, and it's not like I'm making excuses or anything like that. But it's very, very hard
but you're not
for people to, and it's no different than someone who's reckless with their credit card, someone who's reckless with anything. Discipline, yes, but also too, those people are fighting a lot of things. So usually, and like I said, I'm not making excuses, all right? So usually they're fighting their own personal thing, whatever the reason may be. Like, I don't know, like depression, like this or that. Then they gotta fight the TV situation. Like you guys said, like you're watching football, they got chicken wings, they got McDonald's, they got this. Guess what? You cannot eat that food. Take Tums and you'll be fine. Like, you know, maybe if that food gives you heartburn, you shouldn't be eating it. No, if you got Tums, you still can eat it. Like all of those things. But then also too, like, I think it's more like support. And I think the biggest thing is in this country, they make it taboo because it's a big business. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you see someone like that and you say, hey man, what happened to you? Most likely people will think that you're insensitive. You like, you see what I mean? Like, and those type of things. I think the first thing is we have to kind of like accept the reality.
But Greg, also, listen, it's clear. As you're getting older, you know what's going to happen, likely what's going to happen to you as you're getting older.
Believe me, dude. Coming from me, believe me.
As you're getting older, you know you don't have a choice but to put discipline into your life. Because guess what happened? Your metabolism is not the same. You're going to get fat if you do not stay active. Same thing for me. Believe me, time to time, I got my share of my fatness. Okay. And when that happened to me, guess what? And then when that happened to me, guess what? I'm not comfortable. I have headache all the time. I have high blood pressure. I'm not comfortable. I'm sick. So it's either two things. It's either I go on medication, or I exercise, or I change my habit, or I put some discipline into my life. Simple as that. Is it easy? No. Is it easy to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning? To even run? One thing I realize is, by the time for me to get up and to get on my bike, to go run, 15 minutes pass quick. The moment I start running, that freaking 30 minutes is taking forever. So it's not easy. It's not easy. But guess what? But guess what? You got to have discipline in your life. Otherwise, like I said, if you're going to be stupid, you better be tough. Because let me tell you something. If you're going to keep eating Burger King, you're going to keep eating all this fat food. You're in your 50s, you're in your 40s. You know what's going to happen next. High blood pressure, high blood sugar, all these type of things.
My advice to people who's trying to lose weight or whatever in those kind of predicament is to try to get a good relationship with yourself. What did I mean by that? Don't do anything that you cannot sustain. Like if you're gonna work out one day a week, commit to that one day a week. And I'm saying rain, shine, snow, cold, you committed, you start like that. One day, it can be Sunday. It can be the day you don't have to wake up early. You committed. Then when you're comfortable, it can take 2 months, 3 months. And I'm not going to tell you, don't worry about the weight. We try to work on something else here, like a relationship where you don't hate exercises. You don't hate, try yourself some food that you think you might like, which is, it's not going to be pleasant. I know what I'm talking about because, believe me, I'm up at 4 a.m. to go to the gym. I'm lucky. I do physical work. I don't do it by choice. I do it because of what I do for a living. No, for real, like if I don't do it, it will actually be tougher for me to be good at what I do because I do a lot of squatting. I'm on my back all the time. I'm lifting heavy stuff. So I'll be hurt all the time if I don't work out. I'll be blowing up my back. I'll be doing a lot of things. So it's not like, people focus so much on the weight And sometimes it doesn't come as easy and they discourage. But if you try to work your mind into it first, get comfortable, commit to that one time, I believe that might be, the best thing for you. That's my advice.
Greg,
It doesn't.
The way he's that's a good. The way he's talking now, I feel like I should take him to a tour around the country and in every conference room. It's
Hey, that's money right there.
All right,
Motivational
so we're
speech.
gonna go ahead and wrap it up.
Yeah, I mean, the last thing is, when you like that, yeah, I know everybody's focusing on the outside, but I think most of the time the problem comes from the inside. It's either like everybody says a discipline issue, commitment issue. So try very slow. Same way you try when you go to the gym, you don't lift the heavy thing first. You try small, and then as you go heavier. So if you try one day, maybe that might take you somewhere.
That's it.
I mean, I'm just saying.
All right. Lulu, we're wrapping it up.
Yes, we are.
All right. Well, before wrapping up, what we're gonna do, we're gonna leave it as that. We're just gonna have everybody go around and say one red flag you would think that you shouldn't get married. So I'll start with Anderson. Just don't elaborate a whole lot of things. Just say one red flag you think if you were gonna give someone advice and they were gonna get married, they should be looking out for. What's your red flag, Anderson?
Is she a virgin?
Oops.
So he's not gonna get married ever.
Richard, what you get?
If the woman, daddy issues.
Greg, what you get?
Hot credit.
Lulu, what you get?
Lack of accountability.
Oh,
that's a great one. Well, for me, do not finish your food on the first date. It's a bad look.
We would have had a second date.
Yeah. All right, guys. Yeah, listen, great show as always. If you're watching, don't forget to subscribe and share. And then I will see you guys next Tuesday.
And again, people that are watching the show is broadcasting also in Rachel Anderson Show. And keep in mind, just go ahead and subscribe with us and Pressure Point Podcast. We take our time to do a great show for you guys. And keep in mind, everything that we discuss is our personal opinion. So do not go and kill yourself on our account. Simple as that. Peace. We out. Bow.
Yes, producer. We out.
Thank you, producer. We appreciate you.
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
Slice.